Hey guys, so I just wanted to share a word with you about this season. And so I was just thinking today about how this season has really made us all reevaluate our lives. Like, can you think of so many things that we've been like, oh, I wish if I would have known that places were going to be closed this long? I wish I would have gotten a haircut, or I wish I would have went to like the eye doctor, or I wish I would have like got together with so and so a few more times and been able to see them in person, or I wish I would have like went to such and such event or such and such place. And it's made us just really reevaluate all of those things that we're missing, and also all the things that we were doing and filling our time with. And maybe there are things that we were filling our time with that it's like, wow, I spent a lot of time on such and such, and now that it's out of my life, like, I'm actually kind of glad, Like, I heard someone sharing on YouTube that he's working from home now, so he's just spending so much more time with his family. And he decided that he had like his YouTube channel and his regular job before COVID, and he was trying to do both. And then, like, it was just so busy, and he just kept living in it. But until COVID paused, he didn't really realize that, like, I need to choose and I need more time with my family. So I'm going to stop this YouTube channel and I'm going to just focus on my actual job and my family. So it's kind of like made us sit and reevaluate. But one thing I want to challenge us with as well is that in this season, this season is going to end as well. And this time period is going to change. And are we going to look back on this time and be like, I wish I would have like read the Bible more. I wish I would have journaled more. I wish I would have prayed more. I wish I would have maybe taken like a vacation and rested more, or like called a friend or something. Like, are there things in this season that we could be doing that we might miss out on, like, once our time looks different again? And like, one of those things is just like prayers and prophecies, like, we just have so much time now to be praying and to be spending with God and reading His Word. And like, are there prayers on the shelf where you've maybe prayed them in the past, but then just kind of like shelved them away and haven't really prayed about them like in a long time? And like this morning, I just found an example in my life in one of my journals in 2015 that I was rereading, where it was a situation that I had received a prophetic word about, and something that I had prayed about and knew that friends of mine were praying about. And I just kind of like forgot, because the situation that it was regarding wasn't changing. And so I just didn't really pray about it. And I said that, like, I realized how a friend of mine had told me recently that she was still praying about it, and like my own faith just arose again, and it just like got refreshed and renewed. And I was just like, yes, like, I need to stand on this. I need the faith to like pray this through. And like, that decision to just keep praying about that situation just totally changed the trajectory of my life, to just partner with God in it and say, like, okay, God, this is what you said, and I'm going to keep praying about it, and I'm going to see this, and I'm going to believe for this, and like, help me now. And like, just for me, like, in my journaling, like, He showed me what I needed to do in that moment, and like steps that I could take to show my faith and to show that I was believing Him. And He like changed my heart and spoke to me about how I could handle that situation in faith, rather than like, He showed me that I was handling it in fear and not in faith. And He was like, Carrie, this is what I want you to do right now, even though this situation hasn't changed whatsoever. In faith, I want you to believe that it has, and this is how I want you to act that out. And like, it's just transformational. And so I just feel like, yeah, there's prayers or maybe things on our heart that we've always wanted to do that we've kind of like shelved. And it's like in a library where like you take the book off the shelf and you're like, because there's just like so much dust on it. And like that's just the image I get, is that that's what maybe we need to spend our time doing these days, is like taking those things and taking them off the shelf. And you know, if you don't have prayers or prophecies written down, start writing them down, because it's so just like crazy to see like over the years that, or even days sometimes, that you could write down a prayer and the next day you're like, oh well, that was answered, or the next week or the next month, and look back on it and it's just so refreshing. So I just encourage you with all of those things today. Bye guys.